Welcome to another guitar gallery review. Something amazing today. A Gibson J-45 true vintage. I phoned Stefan last night, so you have to come through this morning. I got this guitar in, and already I've got a client at this point in time driving from Durban. I think he must be close to Heidelberg at this stage, on his way to come and collect this guitar. And we want to put this on video because it's something that we've been looking forward to for quite a while. We're gonna, I think, on this guitar, it's difficult to stay to the theory. It's just the whole experience is something amazing. But maybe to quickly take you through the specs on this guitar. As I said, it's the J-45 true vintage, and it's got an Eddie Rondak top, which is the holy grail of tops. I've got a Eddie top as well. It's just something amazing. It's got the Honduran mahogany back and sides, which is typical of your J-45. I mean, you do get the rosewood one, but for me, a J-45 is mahogany.
The legend is the mahogany one.
It's mahogany. And then you've got the rosewood bridge, and you've got the rosewood neck. You've got these beautiful vintage style tuners. And I like the way the Gibson logo and with a banner. I mean, this is a real vintage. You can see it's the open gear tuners. And I think then the important thing that's happening inside is the X brace, but it's scalloped as well. And as I said earlier in some of my other videos, is that I do think when you play when you have mahogany back and sides, you have to go scallop just to get that bass response as well.
It really complements each other. To get more, as you said, as we've discussed with the scallop bracing, to get more movement out of the top, coupled with the flat EQ response of mahogany, it really brings out something special in the guitar and makes it way more responsive than some of the standard non-scallop bracing versions.
So Stefan, so you've played it and you've touched on some of the things. What did you find when you played this guitar?
It's almost intimidating. So we discussed it earlier, and this guitar, being the J-45, I mean, when I heard you had this guitar, I had no second thoughts. I was just in my car and on my way. This guitar, the reputation of this model specifically, never mind the Gibson J-45 in general, this one being the true vintage with the Eddie Rondak top.
And this is the most beautiful sunburst finish for me on any guitar.
They absolutely nailed it. This guitar plays like a dream. It's almost, as I said, it's almost overwhelming to play this guitar because it's a legendary guitar. And some guitars have a reputation for good or bad reasons, but this is definitely one of those. If you pick up the guitar, you can absolutely feel the aura of the legend around you. It's an astonishing instrument. When you play it, it's responsive. As soon as you touch it, this used to be traditionally described as the jumbo body. Later on, it changed to the dreadnought, and then
with
the super jumbo.
The shoulder square,
Yes. So this you can feel the jumbo-ness. It's a big sounding. It's bold. With that mahogany body construction, it's got punch. It's got direct. I don't want to say harsh because harsh sounds negative, but it's
in your face.
It's in your face. That sound it explodes out of the guitar.
Yeah.
But it's not harsh on your ears. It's not unpleasant at all. You can play this thing for days and days. What I like about this guitar, it's also the standard to the Gibson tradition. It's also the shorter scale length. I think it's the 24.5 inch scale length. So it's really a comfortable guitar to play, and it also gives that looseness to the strings, which for me adds a little bit of a vintage tone. It sounds older.
That folky kind of sound.
It sounds old. It sounds traditional, and then it feels that way as well. It looks that way. It's the Gibson J-45 true vintage. What more can you say? We discussed earlier, this is a folk player's dream. It's an absolute dream to play. I'm overwhelmed by the sound of this guitar, especially being the slope shoulder dreadnought body shape. It's a very balanced guitar for a dreadnought, as the dreadnought as we know it today, and which makes it very convenient because you can really play anywhere on the neck. It's not necessarily limited to a folky bluegrass style where the bass strings are overwhelming necessarily. It's a beautifully balanced sound, and on top of that, as we said, an amazingly responsive guitar. And I might get irresponsible if I play one again, but it's a joy to play. Absolutely, I highly recommend that. If we get another one in stock, where if you stay in Durban or in Cape Town, just come through quickly. You won't regret it.
I mean, it's known as the Rocker's acoustic guitar, and you've mentioned you can use a lot of for a lot of application. I know in the worship leader setup, a lot of guys in the contemporary setup actually play J-45s as well. So it's not just limited to the Bob Dylan style kind of music. It's just a super guitar. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you soon. And there's nothing better than to come here, smell this mahogany. Just smells amazing. play it, hear it, and experience it, and that's the way you buy a guitar. Buying a guitar is quite special and personal, and that's why Guitar Gallery is the place for you to do that. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.